Good evening, everyone. I hope you're all safe and doing well tonight. This is my fourth video podcast to update you on what's happening and coming down the road as we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19. I'm also using this time with you each night to share resources and good news about how people are coping and helping each other in this strange and difficult time. So here is the grim news today. The United States now has 100,000 plus confirmed cases, more than any other country. More than 4,000 of them are in California, and 84 people in our state have died. As of midday today, Sacramento County has 164 diagnosed cases, and 6 people have died. That's an increase of 51 cases in Sacramento County in just the past 2 days. All of those who have died in Sacramento County so far have been over 65 or had an underlying health condition. The same for most of those who have become severely ill. But most of those who have tested positive have been between 19 and 65 years old. The average age is 56. This figure shows how important it is for all of us to keep following the county and state orders to stay at home, except for essential trips, and to stay 6 feet from others. Older people and those with pre-existing conditions get the sickest, but all of us are responsible for making sure we don't spread the virus to our vulnerable family members, our neighbors, and our friends. Our hospitals are preparing for a surge in patients that could start in a week or so, but will probably not peak for at least 3 weeks. They've been postponing elective procedures and surgeries, and that has helped free up space. So there's quite a bit of capacity left currently at this point. You may have seen the tents outside of some of the hospitals. Hospitals can use these temporary climate-controlled facilities to treat people who don't face COVID-19 and keep them away from those who do, or vice versa. You may have also read today in the Sacramento Bee or heard on television or radio that the Army Corps of Engineers is considering working with the state and Sacramento to turn the old Sleep Train Arena into a temporary hospital for COVID-19 patients. We are working with the state to identify any potential site where we could put additional hospital beds, but no decisions have been made at this time. Here in Sacramento County, we've been doing a good job of social distancing. So much so that we earned an A grade earlier this week by a company that has been tracking cell phone usage to tell how close people are getting to other people's cell phones. But we are being graded on a curve, and we could still do better. If we do, it will dramatically cut hospital admissions over the coming weeks. We've all seen the headlines out of New York, where nearly 45,000 people have been diagnosed and 519 people have died. Our county public health director, Peter Bielenson, tells me we have a good chance still of avoiding this kind of escalation. In New York City, people live closer together, and the directive to stay home came too late to stop the rapid spread. Dr. Bielenson thinks we are in a better position, but only if we are vigilant and only go out when we have to, or to get some fresh air. I am working from home, as are my city council colleagues, but we are working harder than ever to serve you. So are all my colleagues, as I said, and all of the city staff. Many nonprofit business owners and individuals are also stepping up to help people who have lost income, are trying to keep their businesses alive, or can't go to the grocery store. Since Monday, for example, the food delivery service DoorDash has been bringing free meals cooked by the nonprofit Fresher Sacramento at the city's Pinnell Community Center to 488 low-income seniors in 5 apartment complexes. This is a great start, but our food delivery program is about to get much bigger thanks to a creative partnership between our city government and 5 of our restaurants, Mulvaney's, Cannon, Alora, Camden, and Binchoisky. This was the brainchild of Cannon owner Clay Nutting, and I want to thank him and also Patrick Mulvaney from Mulvaney's Building and Loan. Here's how it works. We're going to use some of the fines collected from illegal cannabis grows in the city to pay the restaurants to create food boxes. We're putting out about $175,000 from our cannabis fine revenue. These boxes of prepared meals will be delivered each Tuesday to 725 seniors in 11 low-income complexes for the next 8 weeks, the time period that these stay-at-home restrictions are expected to last. This will be enough to feed people for 4 to 5 days, and it will be free. The city will pay the restaurants $30 for each box of food. It's an amazing deal for us and will allow some of our finest restaurants to earn enough money to keep their employees working. It also means the restaurants will keep buying food from our local farmers and farmers markets to create the meals. This is putting our farm to fork identity to its best possible use. I also want to give a shout out to Blake Young and his incredible team at the Sacramento Food Bank. Demand for food from the food bank has soared because so many people are now out of work, and the food bank has to serve them with far fewer volunteers, since so many of their volunteers were seniors and now have to protect themselves by staying at home. But that has not stopped Blake and the food bank from meeting the need. He's working on a plan now to provide a bag of groceries once a week to each of the 1,380 families coming to the schools in Sacramento City Unified to pick up the free school lunches and breakfasts that so many of the children depend upon, but their families now, who are going through hard times, need food beyond the school lunches that are only supposed to be for the kids. And so this is one of so many great efforts that we will highlight over the days and the weeks ahead. In general, I want to encourage people to continue to donate for Sacramento, and that's the number 4. We hope to make some big first announcements next week of how this money will be spent. Stay tuned, but the more you donate, and people, by the way, are donating in huge numbers, even small donations, everything helps. There is more good news, as I talked about last night. Today, the House passed the $2 trillion relief package this morning, and the President signed it. The federal government says checks of up to $1,200 per person will likely be arriving within 3 weeks. The IRS will use direct deposit to send the money to the same account where you received a refund last year. If you didn't receive a refund last year, it will send a paper check. And if you've moved recently, this is really important, contact the IRS and make sure they know where to send your money. Employers who keep their employees on payroll are also eligible for zero interest forgivable loans. And please access our website, also the Metro Chamber and Sac Asian Chamber websites, because there are people who they are putting forward to help you work through the application process for all of these new loan programs. If you have federal student loans, you don't have to make any payments until September 30th. Again, a really important break. So there's a lot of help on the way. I'm not saying it's going to be enough to save every small business or to make it so that there isn't pain for people, but it is something, and it is something significant. We have to hang in there together in the weeks ahead, because none of us really knows what's coming or how we'll get through it, but we will get through it together. Speaking of money, I want to repeat something I talked about last night. Some people are trying to take advantage of the crisis to get some of your money. U.S. attorneys around the country are seeing a wave of fraud schemes like phishing emails and people selling fake coronavirus cures. There are even ransom schemes where someone threatens to give you the coronavirus if you don't pay. Oh my God. Don't open emails from an unknown source without verifying their identity independently. And don't even open strange emails or attachments from people you know, as fraudsters will often send emails under the name of a friend. If you hover your cursor over the actual address of the sender, you'll see that it is not really from them at all. So enough of that negative stuff. If you're looking for ways to help during this public health crisis, you can always volunteer at one of the nonprofits that are working so hard, like the food bank. You can connect to an organization by visiting the Hands on Sacramento website. You can also make a financial contribution at, again, www.donate4sacramento.org. I am trying to end each of these little Facebook Live sessions on a real positive note. So I always like to talk about things I'm hearing about in the community where people are making the best of a difficult situation. And what really pleased me tonight and today is to hear about all the kids throughout many Sacramento neighborhoods who are using chalk art to draw hopeful messages of solidarity, messages of hope, and messages of strength throughout Sacramento. So if you're doing the chalk art or you see it around, put it on social media, put it on the web here, and we'll get a hold of it and we will try to share it around. It's exactly the kind of thing that will spread. And I know tonight, it's a Friday night, and a lot of people are holding some virtual happy hours, and I may even join one myself, a staff member, his wife, it's her birthday, and we're going to make a toast to her virtually. I hope you do the same tonight. I said it again, I just want to say it one more time. It's okay if you're feeling anxious or if you're having a tough time. You're not alone, and don't be hard on yourself if you're feeling a little bit down. Just find a way to reach out by phone, by Zoom, by email. Take a walk in the park, stay distant, but wave to your neighbors. And there are a lot of people that care about you. We all care about all of you out there. I'm going to close tonight by once again thanking our healthcare workers and the first responders who are facing such a challenging time. 36 new firefighters graduated today, 4 weeks early, so that they could go right to work immediately and bolster the department's ability to respond to a growing number of medical calls. We thank you for your service on our behalf. Time to sign off. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, Sacramento. Be kind and stay home. See you Monday.